Hello. Today I'll be showing you how to play Magic Chess. So, first of all, you have to go to your commanders. There are a lot of commanders to pick from this pool over here. Personally, I use the Raw because its ability allows you to actually have a great start in the early game. And the early game is really important because it depends, it actually plays a huge role in the end game. Because the more HP you have, the longer you survive. It's very useful for a lot of other commanders or synergies or strategies and all that. You see there are four roles here. For the most part, you can pick any of them actually. You can just pick any of them. Doesn't really matter. Everyone's ability is just very unique right now. Combat focuses more on the actual battle in Magic Chess. So let's look at Lucas over here. Lucas over here, someone's a beast. And
Let's
this
fight
beast
to our heart's
just
content!
shoots out a shockwave blast over here. It deals huge damage, especially if you have his blessing over here, which deals 50% more damage. It's really good. And it gives you an early lead into the battle. It gives you a huge advantage. Fanny over here works a little bit more differently. She gives you a free capacity, so like you have an advantage in the numbers, which also helps you inside battling. So for lineups, you can just pick any of them. It doesn't really matter. Right now, the best lineup is Luminexus. Luminexus and Stargazer is the best lineup right now. At least that's what I've seen. For me personally, I have these decks. Right, I have Shadow Cell Face Swapper. The cool thing about Shadow Cell is that it gives a lot of damage to those in the synergy. Right, so I have Shadow Cell. I have this deck based on Kyokusanagi over here. Right, I have this deck for aspirants. Mainly, this is really just mainly aspirants. This deck, it focuses more on Iori Yagami and building him up to become a strong carry. And for Metro Zero, this is really just about stacking as many synergies as you can over here. So I'm stacking a lot of synergies here. There are actually 10 synergies here. And having 10 synergies actually helps us activate the main gist of Metro Zero over here. So you get a 3% damage reduction upon activating 8 synergies and gain 3% hybrid lifesteal when you reach 10. So that is what makes Metro Zero a little bit more popular among the others. Allows you to stack a lot of synergies, give your team a lot of different buffs. So for today, for this game, let's use this deck over here. This is actually one of the harder decks to use. It's really reliant on the end game, so you really do need to have a strong early game if you want to play this deck. Alright, for that reason, I'm gonna stick with the Raw since he has a strong early game, and we're just gonna go into the game. Alright, we are in the game right now, and as you can see, there are other commanders. All of them have different abilities, very different abilities. Johnson, you might have seen him from the combat part. He just gives you an extra hero, which could be useful, right? But for the most part, you can just use Lucas over Johnson. Lucas is just a way much more better alternative when you compare it to Johnson. The only reason why you want to use Johnson over Lucas is maybe if you need some extra tanking, you know, and Johnson can deliver in that aspect. So right now, I'm just gonna sell Carmilla over here, or maybe I'll sell Amon. Why I'm selling Amon is very simple, because Amon doesn't really, like, it's mainly just about damage actually. The good thing with Carmilla is that her Luminexus, if you activate Luminexus synergy with her, it's gonna be really OP. So I'm just gonna take Retribution. For the most part, you wanna just take Retribution. I'm gonna bring back Amon over here. For the most part, you wanna take Retribution because Retribution is the better spell for most of the time. Alright, so over here, I can pick 2 over here. Derov's power is really nice, but I already have this. It's my ability, so I'm just gonna refresh this. Now between Fanny's power and Wanwan's power, I'm gonna pick Wanwan's power so that I can get more gold I don't really need more capacity, I need more levels. So I'm just gonna take all that. I'm gonna build this. I'm gonna give this to Matilda, because Matilda is better at dealing damage compared to Carmilla, which is a tank. We're gonna face Johnson over here. This is what I mean by Johnson is better at tanking. He summons a hero called Johnny. He just gives extra damage. Now Carmilla's gonna activate her skill. That's why I said she's great for Lady Nexus over here. The cool thing about Carmilla is that it just attacks everyone around her, and for the most part, since she's a tank, she's gonna be actually attacking most frontline heroes, which will be really useful. Now we have this. I think this is one of the better starts that I've had. Now I have the Rob's ability over here. I'm not gonna activate it just yet because I don't have a 3-star hero and I don't want to refresh anything so far. Instead, I'm just gonna bring I want to bring Leslie over Layla. Layla is one of the more, I'd say, weaker heroes, but she does make up for it by giving a attack speed buff to her allies within one tile to the left and right, which I can show you in a bit right now, after we finish this. Now, why he's winning this, it's very simple. First of all, he has a 2-star Amon. It's very important that you get 2-star characters in the early game. Best if you can get it in the first phase. In fact, you should always try and get 2-star heroes, because they are really better, right? They give a lot more buffs. Like HP buffs, compare this to this. You realize that there's a damage buff, there's a HP buff, and there's a range buff for Layla only. Yeah, I'm gonna bring Leslie in. Leslie should deal more damage compared to Matilda. First of all, she costs more, and second of all, I think Leslie is an amazing character. Her super is, I think, one of the strongest in the game. I'm just gonna do that. As you can see, Leslie's probably gonna kill Alucard over there. And now it's a 4v2. This really just stems from Ruby being able to tank a lot. Well, for the early game, for the most part, tanks, if you can activate a Defender synergy or a Dauntless synergy, your tanks should be able to survive. I think Uranus is one of the more stronger tanks. Uranus is definitely one of the best tanks out there for the early game. You can use it if you want. But for me, I already have 2 defenders, so I'm not gonna use him. I will need Atlas for Starwing, for the Starwing synergy. So the main thing I'm doing here is I'm just gonna gather a lot of synergies over here. The more synergies I have, the more buffs I have to my team. I'm gonna level up, and I'm gonna take this 3-star and I'm gonna use my ability. What my ability does is that it's gonna take a hero and give me another hero that actually costs 1 gold higher. Alright, so my 3 gold hero turned into a 4 gold hero. So that's just the main gimmick of Devoth. Alright. Every 3 rounds you can do that. Now, you will see that here is a 2-star Glue. Glue is also one of the stronger tanks out there in my opinion. The best tanks in the early game are definitely Glue and Uranus. So right now we're gonna lose this. You just don't have the DPS to deal with a 2-star Glue right now. Well, it's not even glued yet. The enemy has 2 Lollitas. On top of that, Clint just used damage. Yeah, that's a lot of damage coming out from Clint. So I'm just gonna take this. I'm gonna get a Force Gold Hero, 80k. I do think K is pretty good. I'm gonna sell Vexana since I don't need her. And right now, this thing has a portal. Very simple reason. So you can just read it over here. In the second part, Abyssal Favor. Alright. So, after every 2 devours, the next devourer grants 2 heroes, each sharing 1 synergy as the devoured one. And the 2 heroes are randomly selected from the synergies of the devoured hero, preferably 1 gold synergy and 1 faction synergy. So, that really is gonna help me. It does help you get the heroes that you want. Right? And now you're gonna see she has a 3-star Kula. It's really OP. You can see that she used 2000 damage every skill activation. Right? You might not think that that's much, but it is a lot. So between attack and defense, magical emotion, and just now there was glittering jewels. I think having these battle buffs coming in, so buffs that buff, so these go-go cards, right? Cards that buff you in battles, I think they are way much more useful compared to things that give you gold. Well, for the most part, they are more useful. So I'll take this. And between these two, I'll skip on this. And I'll take this. So I take the blue and I'm going to give it to Leslie. Now, the cool thing with Leslie is that she's gonna do a lot of damage because of the Blade of Despair, right? I'm gonna take Matilda just in case. That's what I mean. And now we have a lot of firepower. We have insane firepower coming. I'm gonna shift my Starwing to go here so that Kay can go in the corner over here. Him being in the corner means that he will be exposed to less fights so that he can deal more damage by himself. Right? So the main thing you realize is that there's physical damage, which is highlighted in orange, and magic damage, which is highlighted in blue. So they are both very different. They all have their different equipments. Alright, there's physical equipment, there's magic equipment. They all do very different things. Well, for most of them do very different things. Alright, what's gonna happen? I think we're just outnumbered here, you know? I really do think we're just outnumbered. Alright. Maybe it's just they have a lot of 2 stars right now.
Soon you'll see me come out on top.
Alright. Why I'm saving right now? There is a reason why I'm saving right now, and it's because... Alright, let's go into this question mark over here. So you're gonna see all the golds that you should be getting, alright? Basic rewards, +5, interest, victory rewards, losing streak bonus. Now, you mainly wanna maintain a 20 gold. Oh, you mainly wanna maintain this 20 gold, alright? Because for every 10 gold, you get 2 extra gold, which is labeled as interest, alright? For every 10 gold you have, you will get 2 extra gold at the end of the round. This is really good, right? Because then you have a lot more gold compared to before, right? Now it is capped out at 4 gold, which is why you only want to have 20. It can be increased if you have the go-go card for it, right? This go-go card over here, vault upgrade. It can be increased, right? Now, I'm gonna try and find Masha over here. And there is a reason why I'm specifically finding Masha. I don't really want to maintain this. I do have a Layla right now. I will just bring her in over K. Here, you go here. Alright. Masha is nowhere to be found. Right. I'm just gonna upgrade my capacity next round. Right. For now, I don't really know if we have a good chance of winning this round anymore. It really does depend on whether Leela can survive long enough. And now Leslie's just gonna do her stuff. This is why I say Leslie's one of the more better characters. You can see that damage, 14k damage. It's impressive, really. We're gonna upgrade this so that the auto refresh gives us the extra chances. And now you're gonna see, now this thumbs up sign just means that it's the heroes in your team. I'm gonna take the Berserker's Fury, and there's a very good reason why. I'm gonna give it to Leslie. The thing with Leslie is that she's not meant to have the War Axe. War Axe heals you, so it's kind of like a lifesteal kind of thing. And since Leslie is basically not gonna take any damage, it's not really needed that much. Now I'm just gonna put Fanny in here. Fanny does work with the War Axe since she's close range, as you can see. So she will work. So I'm gonna try and find Masha again. Alright, well, Masha is nowhere to be found. I'm gonna just buff Kay now. And that's gonna give me Kyo Kusanagi and Irithel. So I'm probably gonna lose this. I'm gonna be honest. If I'm really gonna be honest, I'm probably gonna lose this. Unless we're able to pull off some miracles. It does seem like I'm pulling off some miracles right now. So this is over here is Karina. She helps you in battle, so she's gonna combat part. Her ability is that she executes enemies with an equipment. Alright, you equip the equipment and it'll just do its thing. It'll do its thing. Alright, next up, I don't really know who I should have in here. Okay, I'm gonna bring in Kyo Kusanagi. She's gonna help. Definitely she's gonna help. I'm gonna have Irithel in here. Actually, I'm gonna have... Yeah, I'm not gonna have Atlas in here. Atlas, Irithel actually goes here. I'll have Irithel there. And I'm gonna transfer everything to Irithel. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so you can see Irithel is putting in the work. The reason why I switched to Irithel is, first of all, she's a 5 gold hero. 5 gold heroes are generally have a great lead compared to early game heroes. I mean, no, not early game heroes. 3 gold heroes, 2 gold heroes, right? They generally have an early lead over them. Now between these two, I'm gonna take fully loaded. Oh, Vanguard leader looks nice. Let's see. Alright, I'll take Vanguard leader. Now there is a thought process behind that. Granger, I'm not gonna use. Alright. Now we just have to save up for hero capacity, because very clearly we need more space to put our Kyo Kusanagi. Right? So we're just gonna save up our gold right now. Blessing Shifter, that's gonna help. I already have a War Axe, so I'm not looking to get that. And this Golden Staff, it will benefit Irithel a lot. I'm gonna give it to Leslie. You know how much damage she can deal, so really no explanation needed for that one. Alright, I'm just gonna upgrade it. And then take this on again. Okay. I'm gonna do that. Okay, that should be good. Let's bring it here. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna sell Matilda since I don't need her. I'll have Masha. I'm gonna have Masha so that I don't have to scramble to find her like I was just now. It's gonna be a huge battle. So I'm on a win streak right now. That does give me some extra gold. And we are just gonna dominate the battle right there. Yeah. I'm gonna sell Atlas so that we can get the 4 interest. I think having 2 gold over 1 Atlas, I mean, you definitely want to have 2 gold over just 1 Atlas, especially since Atlas is not in my lineup right now. Alright, we have this. Okay. I am looking for Arlott, which is a 4 gold hero. So I'm gonna buff her. Okay, I guess I do need Guinevere as well. She's right here. I do need Guinevere, so I'm just gonna keep her. If I need extra space, I'm just gonna sell Atlas. I wanted Masha because she's part of the Shadow Cell synergy. You realize that I've labeled Arlott over here as the main carry, which is symbolized by a C sign, that capital C. He's in a Shadow Cell faction. Shadow Cell faction, 4 gold, and Masha is a 3 gold hero in the Shadow Cell faction. So it just works out for the Raw. Now, Kyo Kusanagi, she's gonna be doing some good damage. But we're gonna die here. Reason being, we don't have some good tanks right now. Our only tanks are Atlas, Guinevere. I might actually just get Minotaur now.
Takes one
Let's protect the future together.
Alright. And we have
One day,
Saber
we
here.
will return to our
I'll
own
have
land.
Saber in. This. Yep. This should be good. Blessing Shifter still here. I'm waiting for my Arlot to come in so I can Blessing Shift him. So I can shift my blessing from Layla to Arlot. I'm just gonna wait and let things play out. This might be the end of my run right now because she's on a good streak. One more attack and I'm gonna die. Now let's see how this goes. Some big damage gonna be done, but it's not enough. At this point, Leslie doesn't have a skill, so... Oh, I'm on 1 HP, okay. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Let me just take a look at what Airstyle does. Hold on a second. Okay. Alright. Going into here, I'll take the extra capacity. Now, for the most part, you will want to have the extra capacity. This extra capacity, it helps with a lot of things, alright? Helps you get your final lineup faster, you know, gives you extra space. It's really useful. Alright, I'm gonna bring Kyo Kusanagi in here. Because I have no one else to bring. Okay. I'm gonna bring Estelle here. Yeah, okay. Kyo Kusanagi goes here. I'm gonna bring Ruby here and Kyo Kusanagi here. Okay, let's see what we can... Oh, hold on. Alright, you can sell heroes for their full price. So for example, Guinevere, 4 gold hero, you can sell her for 4 gold. Alright. You don't have to worry about buying the wrong things. You can just sell them whenever you want. I'm gonna realize our tanks have already died. That's what I was talking about when I said that. That's really worrying. Okay, this might be the end of our run actually. Alright, so that's just the main explanation. It's honestly just unlucky. Alright, I'll do another one if you want. Alright, I might record another one where I win. Goodbye.